Your children have spurred some major changes into your life, the first of which led you into your current field. Tell me what happened and what you decided to do about it.
Well, actually, you're talking about a pretty dark period in my life. I caught my daycare provider drugging my children with cough syrup and Tylenol to get them to sleep while I was a loan officer. There were a couple of things that probably should have tipped me off, but I trusted her so much that it didn't tip me off soon enough. And I found the cough syrup in my baby's bottle, and at that point, the realization fully hit me what had been going on. So that pretty much destroyed my trust. At the same time, my husband was a residential developer. He's an entrepreneur, and he had 30 different homes in various stages of production, and the market fell apart in Sacramento. So we were in a difficult situation with, losing our business, losing our house. Everything was going bad, and yet I felt like I couldn't leave my children to work. So that was the first time I had ever considered that I would write a book. I decided I had to do something from home. So I taught myself the craft of writing, and I've since published 25 novels.
Wow. And the next challenge came a few years later when the youngest of your 5 children was diagnosed with diabetes. How did this impact your life?
That was another challenge. When my son was diagnosed 5 years ago, I was, familiar enough with diabetes that I understood he would require constant care. Like most people, I was familiar with the whole, it was going to require insulin injections and pricks on his fingers, and that it would be uncomfortable and difficult in that way. But I was heartbroken and even a little shocked when I learned the terrible side effects that he would likely face in his life, even if I managed to take good care of him. I found it amazing that with so many people out there facing this same problem, we haven't been able to do more to conquer this disease, which I believe is a curable disease. So I wanted to utilize my publishing contacts and my fan base to do some fundraising for research. But when I approached the major charities, they weren't interested in talking to me once they realized that I didn't fit their mold and was going to fall right into their own program that they had going. So I went out and did it on my own, and in just 3 events, I managed to raise $250,000.
How did you raise this money?
Well, I started an online auction on my website. It's every May. It lasts the entire month. It's at brendanovak.com, and I do it in May in honor of Mother's Day.
And how can others get involved?
Actually, there's several ways. Probably the first way I'd like to talk about is the fact that they could help me build the auction. And what I mean by that is they can, donate 1 or more items to the auction that we could put up, for auction to other people. And what this would do for them is it puts their business, their contact information, and a bunch of stuff, whatever they want, to put out there about them for the thousands of shoppers that come by our auction. That way they can build their business while they're helping me make a difference. They could do this, they could be random items they've gathered. They could be according to a theme. I'm a writer, for instance, so what I do is gather autographed books, baskets, mentoring packages, meet and greets with some of the biggest fiction writers of our day, people like Nora Roberts, James Patterson, Sandra Brown. I also offer some incredible business opportunities for aspiring writers of all genres. Basically what these are just, chances to get in front of some of the most powerful agents and editors in the business. So there's some fun, unique, one-of-a-kind things, but if you were a travel agent, you may want to put together a package of, trips and stays, so you can make it as personal as you like.